feeling out there, Markel?
I'm feeling pretty good, feeling 100%. Obviously coming off an injury and, 10 months of rehab, it feels good to be back out there with the guys and playing with my brothers.
How much did you have to push it to I'm sure that first day of practice was your goal all along. I mean, when did you get cleared? How much did you really have to work hard this offseason to make that a reality?
I mean, the summer was a big stride for me. So it was definitely hard, just mental issues and stuff like that. But, it's always, you deal with that with injury and stuff, but I pushed through, kept pushing, had the guys motivate me every single day, coaches motivate me every single day, and I'm glad to be where I am now, back with the team and going 100%.
What do you know now this year that you didn't know last year when you started camp?
Well, camp is every year thing. You know that it's hard. That it's going to be hard, but you know that you just have to lead guys, lead the younger guys, and tell them what to expect. This being my 4th time doing this, so I already kind of know what to expect when it comes to fall camp, and it's not easy for nobody.
You touched on some of the mental issues that you went through. You spent a couple years backing up Jalen and Avery. Last year was supposed to be your year. What's going through your mind when you got hurt and you knew that they shut you down for the season?
Oh, well, the main thing was I couldn't let myself shut down. I had to step up, be that leader for the younger guys who had to come up, like Nohe, Biggs, who was a new guy, and Reek, and all them coming in for that season, playing that full rest of the season when I got hurt the 5 games. So I just had to step up and help lead those guys in the film room, off the field, and help them, break down defensive calls and plays like that.
Was there somebody in your life you turned to kind of help you get through those moments?
Like I said, the guys, my brothers, the team, they all helped me every day. Rehab, like saying like you're gonna be good, just encouraging me, throwing me that brotherly love that I needed.
You've had kind of an unfair, amount of injuries and things, and never been able to kind of fully, hit your stride. How hard has that been? It's just to not be able to truly play a full season healthy and show, Bronco Nation what you can do.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. Obviously, me dealing with shoulder and knee, but it's just I'm blessed to have to go through that because it just makes me stronger, helps me come back stronger, it helps me my strive more harder for me to do better for the team and be that guy. So yeah.
You talked about that mental fortitude, gaining that, these past couple of years. How do you think that's going to translate on the field?
Yeah, it's going to translate pretty well because, with the guys building mental, helping me come up, during an injury. Right now I'm good, but it'll help majorly because it'll help me, like I said, lead the other guys because we got other guys that's young coming up on the defense, help build more depth with the team. So contribute to that.
You were able to come off rehab and kind of jump into fall camp, starting to take first-team reps. How are you able to do that? I mean, going from not playing for a couple months to just in there with the starters.
Well, I was going all summer with the team. I was doing the summer workouts. It was mainly in the springtime where I was having to do really hard rehab while they were doing spring practice and everything. I was in the training room, grinding really hard, getting my knee right. I was at ISMI, grinding, doing rehab. So when the summer came, I was just ready to go. So I grinded through the summer, grinded through July, and knowing that August was going to come for fall camp, that was the goal.
What does hard rehab look like for the injury you sustained?
The mental, that's the hard part, the pain. You got to fight through it because, you're going to have pain with it, but you can't let that stop you. Obviously, you got to be smart and take it slow, but, just got to push through some issues.
After going through stuff like that, Markel, I know practice isn't easy, but how much easier does that make pushing through things at practice? I assume that's more fun than the rehab part.
Oh, well, it's fun now for sure, now that I'm back with the guys going. Like you said, taking first team reps, it's just a blessing to be back with the guys, being able to go again, and just being able to lead again on the field.
How much better do you feel like you can be now that you're not rehabbing, that you are actually being able to do football things?
It feels good, throwing some of that old rust off. I haven't played football in 10 months, but it feels good to be back and get some of that old rust off and get some more reps and get back to wrapping guys up, the physicality of it. It just feels good getting bang, bang again. It just feels good.
What does rust look like for you? What are the little things that you know that you
Oh, just like little footwork issues, like flipping the hips and stuff like that. But that all comes with just reps and repetition again and again every day, every single day with fall camp.
Some of these guys we've talked to, Dimitri last week, Riley Wimpy a couple years ago, they go through these knee injuries and stuff, and they think they're back, but they're not fully back to like halfway through the season. I mean, do you feel like you're the same Markel Reed you've ever been, or can you tell that it's going to take a while to kind of get back into that game shape and that kind of stuff?
Oh, no, I feel good. I feel good 100%. Dimitri is really one of the main guys who helps me get through the process, because he was one of the guys that I turned my shoulder onto for for help sometimes whenever I'm battling, like on certain days when I'm just not feeling it, or some days where it's just the pain's kind of high. But he was a guy that helped me push through, helped me keep going hard in the rehab, and that's where I am now.
And kind of like what Jay was saying, but do you look at every day any differently when you are healthy? Do you go out there with a different mindset, like wanting to take advantage of the day? Because you obviously you never know what could happen. I mean, you've had it taken away from you a couple times. I mean, do you go out there with a different approach when you're out there now?
I go out there with the same approach, the same energy, the same motivation. I just want to be out there and motivate the guys, because we're a defense, we're a family, so we all want to go out there with the same energy, and we all have the same goal. So
receivers and corners have great battles. So take us a little inside. What have they done to give you trouble, and what have you guys done to give them trouble?
That's just going with competing every single day. Iron sharpens iron. So me going against Steph and Cobbs, Billy, DK, Trail, all those guys, and our guys. We got JC, Nohi, Biggs, Reek, Jalen Neal, young guy coming up. But we just compete every single day, and it just feels good. That's what we get mad at each other some days. It's just that's just the competitive side of it, and that's what gets us better.
So what stands out about them?
Oh, speed, the agility, their movements, them coming off the line, they're all explosive. So that's what challenged us to be more explosive along with them. So, yeah.
Who gives you the most battles? Who's the guy that's giving you some trouble?
They all give me some trouble because they all good. I got to play some certain receivers different because they don't all move the same. But, that just comes with film study and repetitions.
Markel, we're almost 2 weeks into this now, I think. Do you keep track of how many days, what day it is of fall camp, or does it just come fast and furious this time of year?
Oh, well, during fall camp, you do lose track of days because you're just so focused on film. You're so focused on football. You're so focused on the grind. So you start losing track of days. Some days it's Saturday and you don't even know that it's actually Monday. And it's just stuff like that. So,
With so like 2 weeks in, how do you get better today? Like how does your mind start to work as you get 2 weeks under your belt? And I mean, like, the opener isn't that far away.
It just takes it, just day by day. You can't look too far ahead. You can't, you just got to be present here and just take day by day and get better and have the next play mentality.
We've talked to Caleb. He's soft-spoken but confident as any guy. Your time with him, you got any funny, memorable stories that always stick out to you about Caleb?
Oh, yeah. Biggs is the guy. He's the guy that gets the corner room going when we're in meetings. Sometimes when we're all tired, he kind of just gets the room going, throws a couple jokes out there, gets the room moving. And, when we're in film, he's also a leader in the room, so we watch him too. We learn from him. We all learn from each other.
What has that battle been like? I mean, you got 4 guys that all played a lot last year. Think you probably should be starting. I mean, is it pretty fierce competition?
Oh, we're all good. It builds depth in the room. Me, Biggs, Reek, Jalen Clark coming in, and then we got Nohi. So it's not just 4. It's like 5 of us. So it'll be good for in the games where we could rotate. We could do this and do that.
Who's on what side?
Oh, well.
Field or boundary and.
We kind of do both. All of us. We all have our sides and stuff like that. But we kind of just do. We all learn both sides, and we all get the same reps.
What makes Steph Cobb so effective?
His speed, his ability of catching the ball. He's a guy that you just never know what he's going to do. So he's one of those top guys in this Mountain West Conference that I believe that he can be that guy too, which he is that guy. And the sky's the limit for him.
Speaking of receivers, we're about to talk to Billy Bowens. How have you seen him kind of take that jump, and how do you describe him?
So Billy had a good spring. He showed up during spring whenever it was his time, and he just kept taking strides to being that leader in that receiver room as well. So him, Billy, Static, Billy, and him, those are the guys that they're going to be taking strides.